So the three things we've already seen, tempo, information gathering, and execution, all already has happened in this game within the first 5 minutes of the game. What is up, Jungle Gappers? Today I have a really insane video for you where you are going to learn what is at the core foundation of jungling and ultimately impacting games to climb. In this video, I'm going to be explaining my exact thought process to be as relatable to an actual game as possible, covering these three principles of jungling. The first principle is, of course, tempo, which is how we use our time. The next principle is information gathering, which is how we make decisions. And lastly, execution, which is how we fight or gank. Now, the reason I know that these are the most important fundamentals to jungling is because I have played at Worlds multiple times. I am challenger in solo queue every season, and I have coached hundreds of players, most of them specifically having results from these core principles. If you are interested in fast tracking your climb, I offer group coaching and one-on-one coaching, so check the links in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome back to Jungle Gap, everybody. Coach Leo here. Core jungle principles to climb consistently, and these are three principles that you're really going to always be able to refer back to when you are playing, you know, whether you're on a 20 winning streak or a 20 losing streak. These are going to be the principles that you can always come back to, and they never change. This is why it's so consistent for climbing. And the very first principle is how we use our tempo. And, you know, tempo, getting started here, has to do with how you use your time. And one of those things about how you use your time is your clear speed and how fast you clear camps. You know, a funny stat was done where, like, you know, you compared diamond players to, you know, plat players and plat players. And within each of the different ranks, one of the main things that were talked about, which, oh my goodness, is the clear speed. And sometimes when you go for too fast, you'll, you know, look, you don't need to be setting any world records, but clear speed is a very important thing to do with your tempo. Okay, so tempo is the first key concept and core fundamental of jungling. Okay, and we're going to be talking about it more in this game, which is camps up versus camps down. And essentially what that is that if we have camps to farm, we are only going to go for plays. You know, if our camps are alive, we're only going to go for ganks, for invades, for objectives, for any of these things, if we think it's very high percentage, okay? And the last thing to do with tempo is our base timers. So I'm also going to be talking about base timers in this game, and, you know, when are good times to base, when are you know, these other things. And again, that's to do with maximizing your tempo, okay? The next key principle that we're going to be talking about in this video is the information gathering. Okay, what does that mean? What is information gathering? Essentially, it is minimap prompts, it is panning your camera to lanes, it is noticing things in chat, and it also is the idea of the match trade minimize, which is something that I've come up on my own, and also things like the click and pan. So these are all going to be things that we're going to be talking about in this video. And the last key is the execution. Okay, so these three things, which is tempo, decision-making, and execution, is basically what jungling is. Okay, that's the three things. That's all you gotta pretty much worry about. Of course, there's other things, but things like this. Click and pan. You gotta click to the fight, you gotta pan your camera. All right, information gathering. Kayn has done not his full clear, so I immediately want to kind of, you know, check what's going on here. Okay, my Thresh is backing me. I'm noticing the minimap prompts here that my team is basing. So I instead am gonna instantly base here and run to the top crab. Right, and this is also about adaptation, of course. Minimap and just being aware of stuff like this is, you know, very, very important because, you know, initially I'm like, wow, I'm level 4, this guy's level 3, and what's going on? Okay, this is very interesting here now. He's actually going to cross to the top crab, and because I have done information gathering, I actually know that he's, well, one of his camps on the bot side is still up here. So yeah, unfortunately, this game is a little bit different to the normal game here. But I'm still going to just do my best to adapt to the situation. I still know he has not done a camp here, so we're going to go for that. Now we're looking at the chat again. You know, your mid laner starts spam pinging you. He's like spam pinging. He's like, yo, please come and do this. But I checked here, and I know that he does not have, he has his flash, right? He hasn't pinged his flash at all. So I'm going to take the Gromp here, and I'm going to cross gank mid back to my top side. I'm having a look again. I'm information gathering here on the bot side. I'm checking how this is going to work. Now I'm going to ping on the way because I want to cross back to my Gromp here. Gonna walk up. I know Kayn is top side, so I'm gonna ping that real quick. Gonna hold all my abilities here. I'm holding my abilities. I'm gonna wait for the charm to come out. Then I'm gonna throw my EQ. If he flashes, I have flash to follow. Huge. Now I'm gonna help push this guy's lane out because I know that he wants to base. Who knows? He could be typing out an essay here. This is something that you need to recognize when you play jungle. Most hated role in the entire game. you got to know that, yeah, people are going to have it out for you. All right, so information gathering here. You can see I'm clicking to my Gromp here and I'm panning my camera here. I'm panning my camera here because I'm wondering what this Kayn is going to do next. Is he going to go to his bot side? Look at that. A little bit of information there. I saw him going to his bot side. So now I know he's going to his wolves and I can ping that and I can do this kind of thing. So the three things we've already seen, tempo, information gathering, and execution, all already has happened in this game within the first 5 minutes of the game. And when you're looking to, you know, I like to have this concept called the click and the pan. Okay, so you don't have to be like F-keying like this, right? Okay, you don't even need to do this. It is actually better that you information gather when you're actually going to digest the information. You know, processing the information is also part of this, okay? So when you click, look, this is a click and pan. I click to my raptors and I pan, right? And usually you want to pan to the lanes that you are in proximity to as well. You don't really, I mean, if I pan to top here, right, it's obviously not bad. It still is free information, but the priority should be on the bot side. What's happening bot side? Because that's where I'm proximity to. Okay, so it's my regular time. It's my regular tempo. I have camps to farm. So I'm not going to actually do anything else besides farm here unless I think it's a guaranteed play. We think that Kayn... Oh, here he is. Got to make sure I win the smite fight. Boom. So I'm going to use my smite there. I don't really care about, you know, holding it or whatever like that. They see me now, so this is my spare time, okay? So this is camp's downtime. In camp's downtime, we just look for anything. We don't care. Like, we just ping and we just send it. Because my blue is spawning in 15 seconds. And I actually don't mind trading flashes here. I'm actually not sure if this guy has flash or not, but I don't mind trading the flash here. Okay? Now look at my base time here. Because my blue is spawning, because I have nothing left to do, okay, a lot of people will go for Drake here. Okay, Drake is not good here. I'm not going to explain too much why, because the game is currently happening, right? There's things for me to think about. There's things for me to do. But just know, because when you play League of Legends, especially in the early game, you know, there are going to be cases where you can take Drake there, but the death time is early game are too small to where you should just send your next round. And because my blue is here now, you know, the Kayn may have traded my blue here. I think that's definitely a possibility. Yep, here he is. So that's okay. Okay, now I have some spare time again. In this spare time, I'm just simply going to go and farm some information. I'm going to go and like farm, hey, can I take his raptors here? You know, he just used his smite on my blue, so I'm just going to pull this out here. And of course, again, even if this is like, you know, he, you know, gets this camp or something like that, I'm not too worried because it's my spare time. Now I have camps back to farm. Am I going to keep invading him here? No, I'm not. Why am I not going to keep invading him here? Because I'm not sure I will be able to 100% get his camps here. Like, I'm just not sure. And when in doubt, farm. Okay? When in doubt, just farm your camps. It is always a good play to farm your camps. Of course, there are times where people are being a bit too fundamental and we farm a bit too much and we don't camera pan and we don't information gather. And that's really, really essential, especially if you're trying to hit diamond. You know, I've had some coaching sessions recently around the Emerald Plat period and people wanting to get diamond. You know, you need to start adapting, which is all about the decision making. So once you've locked in tempo to your fundamentals, you move on to information gathering. And I think tempo is the main priority, you know, clearing your camps and regular time and spare time and camps up and camps downtime. Okay, cool. So now I'm on the strong side and I'm information gathering here again. My habits are F-keying, but for people who do not have good awareness, I just suggest clicking between camps. Okay, look, my bot lane is pinging here. All right, Kayn is showing mid. I'm having a look bot. Look, my Thresh is pinging me, but I'm not gonna go for it, okay? Because I'm gonna do my Krugs instead because I don't think this is 100%. Why do I not think this is 100%? Because they're full HP. They may have sums. They may have flashes. They may have a ward. There's all these conditions, right, that you want to think about before going for a play. Okay, I didn't see where Kayn left because I was too busy yapping. But here we go, spare time. Look what I'm gonna do in my spare time. I'm just gonna run through. All right, Lantern gets thrown. My Thresh completely messes up, but I didn't mess up. Now he has no flash. We go for the center. So you see the priority of the abilities there as well. Boom. Now, we're not sure about Kayn being here, but since, look at my camp timers here. Right, look at my camp timers on the top side. Oh, okay, Xerath shows bot. I'm thinking about Drake. I'm thinking about checking his Gromp here. So this is where you gotta, you know, it's hard to make the decision. And look at that, Kayn shows bot side. I immediately leave. And we're gonna go to the top side now. Oh, nice. My Thresh is giving me information here. Really good to do. Little extra fundamentals. Direct your team what you want. Okay. So I didn't take a base there. And this is basically the main reason for that is just because, you know, again, like your team, like I think having chat on, guys, is important. But you want to, yeah, just mute people individually. If you feel like someone is pinging you too much, if you're being affected by it, yeah, also just let your team cook here, right? Like, I don't need to follow these pings. I can just let my team, hey, if you guys go for that, cool. If Kayn is moving here, I'm panning. Look at my camera control here, right? I'm looking. Does this look good? Does this look bad? I'm going to finish a grub here. I'm going to move. Because to me, my judgment here is that I just think it looks good. So no matter what you do, just be decisive, right? Does it look good? Ooh, the charm lands. Huge. And you know, that could have been a little 50-50, right? All right, what are we going to do here? So whenever the enemy jungle dies, right? You really want to look to what can I take. Now, I'm not exactly sure what camps he had up here. So I'm just going to go for what I know is up, which is the grubs. Okay, I'm just going to go for them. And yeah, a little bit of adaptation is going to happen here. So really important when you're decision making, right? You want to think about what you're going to do after the camp. Okay, what am I going to do after these grubs? Am I going to base? Am I going to cross to my bot side? Am I going to... What am I going to do, right? So in this situation, I'm going to immediately base because I just have a lot of gold. And one thing about knowing where to path here, right? So there's a lot to do on the bot side, and this is what gets everyone... You know, this is the mistake I always see here. It's people that path straight to the dragon here, okay? I've seen it too much. It's always people path straight to the Drake. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my team toward the Drake because this is the weak side and strong side fundamental, okay? You don't want to pass straight here because even though I'm super, super strong... Oh, okay, Kayn shows top anyway. But yeah, you can get your team to cover stuff. And if you can't cover stuff... Okay, here we go. Click and pan. Game is alive. All right, we click, we pan, we watch. Oh, it doesn't look good. Turn around. Boom. That's how easy you can make decisions. All right, look again. What's Vladimir going to do? Is he going to int? Is it an int check? Should I stay around here? Is he going to hit tower? Can I kill him if he hits tower? Let's see. Let's see his body language. Okay, either way, I can get the wave. Look, your team is like pinging stuff like this. You do whatever you want. Just be decisive. Okay, I guess I'm just going to get his flash here if he has flash. But we're just going to, yeah, we're just going to go for a play here. Oh, okay. It's fine. So sometimes your judgment, just like this is a great example, right? My judgment here, which is okay. So by the way, if you go for this play, once again, as long as you're decisive, as long as you're not doing these plays for reasons that aren't just you think that you can kill. So now, as a player, I'm going to say, oh, okay, I can't kill Vlad because I didn't know he had no flash, and he has pool, and he can live. So you got to test limits sometimes too. And that does really kind of, the game here kind of does get a little bit, it was really kind of bad for my tempo that I went for that. That fundamental of camps up versus camps down, that to me was not worth, even though honestly burning flash as a Jarvan is like not bad because next time I ult him, he's dead. Yeah, ultimately it's not great. Okay, cool. My Ahri is pinging Xerath no flash. She's not very happy. Okay, so this is where you can just mute. You can be like, I don't really want to deal with that. I don't really want to deal with this guy just spam pinging me all the time. It's always the jungler's fault, guys, so it's all good. He's like diving through the mid tower. We're just going to smite. We're going to get out. We're going to cross. His red buff is spawning in 6 seconds, but I have no information to play off, so there's no need for me to do anything. Okay, I want to make sure I don't show crossing here off of this mid wave, just to make sure the enemy has the least amount of information as possible. So because the enemy jungle is not showing on the bot side here, I'm just going to assume that he probably just based and is clearing from top to bottom. So I will just maintain clearing as well. Again, I'm not going to start Drake here. I play every single jungle pretty much in the same way, unless it's actually like, you know, a tank. I always play for golden XP. I think most players, if you watch any really, really high level player, they always just play for golden XP. Now the Kayn shows, now we go for the Drake. Look at that. All right, now the Kayn shows we have a big advantage here. Now we do the Drake. So you need to be paying attention to the map. Okay, when I coach players, some players will do their red buff here. Okay, look here. I'm still paying attention. Now he's dead. Now what should we do? We should go for his wolves, the furthest camp back, and we should let it marinate. What the hell is this guy talking about? Let it marinate. We're letting the bot lane. We're not going to gank bot right now. We're going to let them fight a little bit first. And then when we watch them fighting and we're doing our click and pan here and there's no camps to farm, we're watching how they move. How are they moving here? You know, this is what you really want to watch. I'm going to just actually pink this. I was a little bit wrong about his camps here, but that's okay. And there's no dive here. I've already established that, so I'm just going to farm. Kayn is now spawning. I probably could have done his wolves. All right, we're watching bot still, and now we immediately click and pan here. This guy has no flash, so I'm just going to ping to ult. Hopefully Drake... Okay, he does have flash. That's okay. I was wrong, slightly. Oh, Xerath is here. Kayn could also be coming here. Oh my goodness. All right, I should be good. Chill out, Xerath. Watch us dodge. All right, insta base. I knew I was going to base soon, but the clear indicator is my topside camps are spawned once again. And you can feel the flow of the game here, right? The flow of the game is that, aside from that one top gank, okay? Whoops. The flow of the game is very, very good. I'm always, I'm 120 CS. I'm making impact. This is what jungling is all about. And obviously, this is not an easy skill. Focus on them one at a time. Like I said, focus on your tempo first. Once you feel like you got good tempo, focus on information gathering. Once you feel like you got good information gathering, focus on processing the information and your judgment calls. Be decisive. No wrong. There's not really a wrong call if you're decisive. Only learning experiences. Okay, next round here, we're clearing. We are kind of entering the mid game. So either this video is going to be called like 3 fundamentals or 3 concepts, whatever that may be. Still going to teach you guys how to play the mid game. Still going to teach you guys how to translate your lead and stuff like this. And this is all going to come from... Okay, this is a numbers check. It's already happened. So if Skarner appears here, you could see how scared I was. Okay, I was very scared. Why am I very scared? Because numbers check. If Skarner is here, so could the enemy Kayn. And that means they have 3 people. Right? And if they have 3 people, it's going to be not a good fight, right? So, yeah. This is why you don't want to just, you want to do a numbers check. They have 3, we have 2. Where is my jungle? Where is my support? Where is their support, Alright. Spare time once again. Every time in the spare time, we want to do stuff. I want to look for that center as well. I know she has no flash. So I'm just gonna flash to secure it. Boom. We're not gonna worry about mid. We're not gonna worry about top. We're not gonna compensate. Kind of taking Draven's wave here. It's all good. Gold and XP, guys. Gold and XP. If I was playing Zacier, I'd play kind of the same way. Okay, the only champions that don't work like this, probably, kind of, is like Ivern. All right, base timer. Base timer. Blue spawning in 35. Nothing left to do on the bot side. Got items to build. Checking what we want to build in this game. We kind of want to build Mercs. It's a bit scary, so we're going to build Mercs. Cool, and back to it. So what are we going to do here? 20 seconds on blue. Yeah, we're just gonna spend some spare time here. We're gonna look for like maybe a little play here. We're gonna ping our Thresh here until we wait for this. Oh, someone's just warded here. It's a Skarner. So again, I'm already a bit worried, but I have my Thresh this time. Okay, so this is how you can also use your spare time, right? You can just clear some camps. I'm a bit worried about playing through top here. I really want to play through my strong side, guys. Make sure you play through your strong side and not try and fight top 3v3. You can see this. This is an easy situation where some people will... Oh, okay, well, the Kayn shows bot side. So now we can fight. I don't know. This guy might 1v2 us, to be honest with you. Yeah. Please don't ult me. If he ults, I EQ. So this is actually where match trade and minimize comes in, okay? So I have on my notepad next to me, guys. Mid-game, uptime, downtime, some of you may know about it. And also match trade and minimize. So here, even though the Kayn was bot here, and I was clearing my weak side camps, I just have to minimize that. Like sometimes even when you're 4-0, you have to minimize their play. You have to maintain your composure to wait for an actual good fight, like this one. So numbers check here. The enemy solo laner, which is the Vladimir, is actually grouping here, which I'm not like the biggest fan of this fight. Maybe we can just get like this guy's flash here. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this fight. It's okay. We take his flash. And yeah, this is a mid game where like my solos are, you know, a little bit, you know, Ahri's doing okay, but you know, Nasus is kind of high. So this is a pretty average game where, you know, I played through bot, I powered the bot, I have a strong bot lane. So make sure I just keep playing around my bot lane. Okay, that's honestly a big thing about the mid game is playing around your strong member. All right, so here we're protecting waves. Okay, Ahri makes a pick. Here we're gonna get some control. Here we really want to wait for waves to like push in. So for example here, like I want to be careful until people show. Now if you can hook off that, that would be great, Thresh. Very nice. Yep, and then we play for the Drake. So in the mid game, always have an objective in mind and try and match your team's tempo lines. Try and match your team's pressure. If they're all on the map, you also want to be on the map in proximity to your strong lane. Is this guy really going to go for this? I'm going to ping my team here. Oh, okay. My Draven wants to base. He has IE. So I just want to take this carefully, right? We don't want to fight here. So I'm going to back ping my team. And we're like, okay, we do not want to fight. Just want to get the blue. And then I'm going to have some downtime. But in the downtime, I have nothing to do. So I'm going to do a really quick base. Really quick base here. I guess I'm just going lethality this game. I think Edge or Knight is actually really good this game since they have abilities like Skarner ult, Skarner E, Kayn W. All right, look here. Perfect example of uptime. You see my team. Okay, Nasus is like low-key freezing, but we have pressure mid, and we have someone doing something bot. So I really want to fight this kind of stuff. Whoops. I don't need. Okay, looks good. Alright, looks bad. Vlad is here. Retreat! Let one die. It's all good. Okay, TP's coming in, so we have to play slow here. I'm gonna just, pop my level 1 pot here, it looks like. Okay, we can keep playing slow, holding my abilities. Execution now coming into play. He has pool, but he has no flash here. I'm gonna keep holding. They still have ability, so I have to play really slow. Wait for Ahri smite. Keep playing slow. Here we go. So I'm playing lethality this game, which means I need to play a little bit slower. Oh my god, I'm actually dead here. I am playing lethality, which means I'm very squishy. And wow, this guy did a lot of damage. Damn. So this actually here, what happened was mainly just a numbers check. Okay, the Vladimir is grouped. So the kind of analogy I like to give is like, if you go for a gank, right? And they respect your gank, it feels bad for you. Especially when you have camps up. So it's the same thing when Vladimir groups mid. When Vladimir groups mid, if we don't give him a play, it's like he's, you know, he's not farming his wave, right? He's basically AFK. So numbers check is all about doing like a plus and a minus. Like we have numbers, we have the plus, we should fight. Like my Nasus is grouping, we should fight. My Nasus is not grouping, their Vlad is, you get the point. Like if they are grouping as 5-man mid, you should not just like give them the play, you know? Okay, so simply here, we're just having a bit of downtime. Okay, what does that mean? Because, you see, like, this is not uptime because my team, only 2 people. So I shouldn't be with Thresh here. I'm waiting for my team to be on the map. Now I see something, and this is called protecting waves. Even though Baron is up here, I want to make the really, really quick decision to go and protect my bot wave on this uptime. Okay, look at the uptime here. And look at also the ability usage. We're holding everything. Cool. Now we're going to push. Alright, perfect. Now I'm my Nasus base, which means he kind of dropped pressure. Wouldn't mind going for the Gromp here. Okay, cool. Now Draven's basing, right? So you got to watch that. As soon as he bases, we're backing off here. I'm leaving. I don't care. Because if we fight bot lane 2v4, the rest of the map can get nothing. You see? So your Ahri will spam ping you here, and you need to not be a follower. If you want to climb out of the rank you're in, guys, you need to not follow your teammates' pings. Because guess what? This Ahri is this rank for a reason. Let me just tell you that. And I know I'm playing in like Diamond and Master Tier. But like, you need, whatever rank you're in, if you're following pings, see, look, he died, but we can't get anything from it because Draven was off the map. And same with Nasus. And the uptime downtime is a game-wide fundamental. Now, because my Ahri died, guess what we're gonna do? We're just gonna play full downtime. Okay, we're not gonna be looking to take enemy camps. We're not gonna be looking to dive center. We're not looking to do anything here except for farm our camps because Ahri died. And the worst thing you can do is just chain it. The worst thing you can do is just perma die on cooldown. Okay? So look, my Nasus is gonna get ganked here. The problem is that because Ahri died, there's nothing we can really do. So now we are perma inting because Nasus is trying to play uptime when it's not uptime, when it's downtime. So we'll just play on our own tempo. Okay, when this happens, guys, just do whatever you want. Okay, I don't care. Like base, don't base, farm, take bot wave, take top wave, like whatever it is. Obviously, if I could use the fact that Kayn was top here to like take something, obviously it's not as black or white as I'm putting it. But you got to know the rules before you can break the rules, okay? You can break the rules once you've mastered it. I mean, no one's really mastered it, so yeah. All right, vision control. Okay, vision control. Look, my team's basing again. Look how dangerous this ward is. Look how dangerous this area is. Okay, be very careful here. Okay, it's once downtime again. You see that. I'm just looking at my team. My team is running out of base. My Ahri is inting. I'm gonna backping her. She's gonna die anyway. Who cares? You can see, guys, I go through the same struggles as you guys in these games. The most important thing is that you don't focus on the outcome of the game. You focus on the game is giving you decisions. It's saying, how are you going to make decisions here? Are you going to go compensate for this Ahri here? Are we going to compensate on this Drake here? Or are we going to try and make a better play, which is like going for Baron? Right? What are you going to do? The game is asking you that. Okay, let's do Baron here. Whatever, we'll trade. Match or trade. They're going on this. We're just going to start the Baron here. Right? And they're going to try and come across here. If they're smart, they should try and do that. Ooh, nice. We have vision of this too. Okay, they blued it, but guess what? We just get Baron now because we understand match or trade. We understand not compensating. We understand that if it's 4v5, that's the best chance the enemy has. Now they're inting. Now they're compensating. You see what happens. I'm just going to play with my Draven here because he's strong. Oh, my Thresh is being carrier. Okay, no need to go for more. We're thinking here, what can we take? We have 1300 gold, but we actually don't want to play down. We don't want to base yet. Okay, the reason we don't want to base is because the enemy are dead and we have an advantage. We do need to be careful about face checking and stuff like that. But most likely, okay, my Draven's basing again. Yep, I want to try and override his call here because I think that we should be able to take something. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure, I won't lie. Yep, okay, it doesn't look like it. So we could take a base here. Yeah, let's just take a base. We'll spend our gold. With Baron, of course, guys, you really want to use Baron to push. So every time I'm going to play downtime, I'm just backpinging my team here. I'm just like, yo, by the way, guys, we're off the map. So you guys should not push. It's whatever. Do it. Let them do what they want to do. Okay, I'm telling you guys, you can carry most games. You don't have to win every game. Okay, this is also a commonly asked question. And, you know, people always complaining about your bad teams, but you also have to consider sometimes you have good teams. And this game is essentially one of those 70% games. A game where, as you can see, guys, my Draven's in base. So what am I doing? Even though I have Baron here, I have to adapt to my team. I have to adapt to my team. And I'm just going to farm. I'm just going to maintain my composure, my agency. The more I maintain, you know, you guys saw what happened just before. Because I'm so strong, we take Baron instantly. Because, you know, I've made all the right butterfly decisions this game around bot lane and about not compensating for mid. So I'm going to wait here. We're waiting for people to show on waves. No one's showing bot right now. My Ahri is bot. She does have TP, but we just have to be careful here. We can fight. Oh, Thresh is running the wrong way. So we have to be a bit careful, play a bit slow. Okay. I'm trolling. Jarvan, my most played champion, by the way. Oh, I really trolled. Okay, is this Kayn not just doing insane damage? Wow. Okay, I need to start building Hubris. Okay, I completely trolled that. And it goes to the same thing as before, as I said. When they have numbers, when they are not showing bot, they just had someone grouped here, right? They just had like the Xerath already grouped here. My Ahri was TPing, so TP is also a factor. But yeah, misplay execution-wise, I just did the classic flash Q Jarvan. And so as you close some of these games out, guys, like you got to remember that this is also something else I get a lot in coaching, which is like I was like so fed this game, but we didn't win in 20 minutes. Like a lot of the question is like if you're really far ahead, like you should win in 20 minutes. And nowadays League of Legends is not like, it's not really like most average, like on average games go for a little bit longer, right? So yeah, most games you're not going to win in like 20 minutes. Like I like to think about closing the game out as, you know, a campaign game where like you want to do all the missions, like you want to get all the first towers and the second towers and all the drakes, and you know you have like quests for you to do. Okay, I just gotta one-shot him before he one-shots me. That's the play. Nice. All right, cool. And now we really want to push waves. So in this situation, even though there's no Drake spawning, we want to push. Push, push, push. The next quest, the next objective. Okay, always have an objective in mind. The objective is these towers. Wow, I'm level 18. Is this role balanced? How am I level 18? How's my Draven level 14? All right. All right, slowly, right? Slowly. Yeah, even though we didn't get the last Drake, kind of sucks. We're not going to be able to break more here because Nasus is dead. We want to clear all their vision. And let's clear all their vision, and then let's play for Drake. And here, because we have Baron, because we had a lot of control, because we have, waves pushed in, we have a lot of control. So we can just play off of... Okay, so how do we want to play fights now? Okay, obviously we want to play around Draven. We want to play around the fact that we have Ahri and Thresh, which have really, really good pick tools. We kind of want this guy to group here with us, to be honest with you, because... But again, here, we might have to see what happens. Like, we want to play this really slow and wait for Ahri. Yeah, this kind of sucks. This kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And I also have 2k gold because I'm distracted. But it's okay. Now I'll just stay. I can't really base now. Yeah, we keep playing slow. Sometimes it's Jarvan or whatever, whoever you play, right? You got to know Chant Mastery and what to do in these situations. It is just about, getting some vision here. Maybe finding a little bit of a, because we have so much space actually, we can actually find flank angles this game on like the Xerath potentially, and I'm pretty safe because I have EQ. They're kind of marking me though. Okay. Want to pull the Drake now. And I also want this bush. Bit of a standoff, guys. All right, let's go now. I think they can't get here on time. He will be able to play for the smite, but... Okay, Thresh is 1 HP, but we can still potentially fight. I trolled a bit. All right, we're not fighting. We ain't fighting anymore. So we just got to play with the cards we've been dealt, right? The cards we've been dealt here is like, it's a bit of a weird situation. Oh shit, I need to stun. Alright, I should be chilling. I'm not chilling. I am chilling! Does he have ult? Oh my goodness, this guy's a madman. And this guy's chasing me as well. Alright. Baron is probably gone. Reality-wise, Baron is probably gone, but the enemy are kind of trolling. They're kind of doing two things at once. So we're just going to accept reality here and just play our camps. You know, some people as well, I would see like trying to defend this tower and stuff like that. It's okay. Just let it drop. Farm your camps. Minimize. Again, that fundamental of minimizing. What do I need this game? I need like GA now, I think. Alright, and my Nasus dies. And also, like, finally, like I talk about this a lot in the vids too, but like you gotta remember as well, like even though this game it would really suck to lose, you gotta know that like if you play like this enough, okay, you're gonna win most games. You're not gonna lose all of these games, right? Yeah, someone will say I will. I'm really unlucky. Hey, that's the nature of the game, right? The nature of League of Legends is that not every game is winnable. Not every game is completely in your control. All right, Nasus spawning in 20. Let's do a numbers check. We're pinging his TP here. The good thing is that we still have Drake, and the good thing is that this game is still very, very winnable. If you play fight, and obviously half of League of Legends is the fight, right? Like you got to be able to fight. You got to be able to team fight and stuff like that. Can't really full send it on this guy because I don't think it's a very valuable kill. Okay, we just got to kill the Vladimir, we gotta kill the Kayn and the Xerath. Like this. Nice. Let's do Baron. And I'm just gonna be confident in my smite here. I'm just gonna make a decisive call just to do it. I do want to mark, and I do still want to look for like the turns. Okay. It's okay, we can stay on the Baron. We're watching. Nice, he's not getting in the pit. Perfect. We got Baron. Now we just play off Draven here. Simply, we just play off Draven. Okay, now we want to think, what can we take? If we can take mid tower, that would be really good. So I'm going to ping everyone here. Oh, this guy's hurting. I need MR. I think my build just kind of trolled this game. I was too much yapping. So let's just go. Alright, let's just kill this guy. That is also why I went lethality. Stop, you're tickling. Alright, we can't take anything more. It's time to base. Okay, remember guys, you don't want to throw here. This is the throw zone. Oh, my team's going for the throw zone. Alright, I'm just going to back ping them once. Again, with your pings, guys, with your communication, you don't need to be like spam pinging. You just need to ping effectively, okay? Effective pings, much better than spam pings. Quality over quantity. Alright, it's uptime. It is uptime because my Nasus is pushing. We have numbers here. Nice, quick little pick. Force this guy's pool. Alright, now he has no pool. So if he walks up again, we can do this. Nice, now he has no flash. Okay, can we get more here? I think we can. So let's go over here, guys. Let's go for this guy, maybe. Okay, I should be chilling. I still have GA. Kind of want to play it slow, though. On this guy. Nice. And I think I don't want to speak too early, but I think we did it. I think we did it. So Yeah, I think a big thing as well, guys, is like don't compensate. Like your Ahri's pinging you. I think this game could have gone very, very differently, and I think you guys would have to agree with that. If we did not trade the Drake, we did not trade the Baron, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, if you're able to learn something from this vid, leave a comment, leave a like, consider dropping a sub, and I'll see you guys all in the next vid. Peace.